Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
Welcome back everyone to the Thinker. Yes, well, the weather is terrible. It's not actually, it's been actually quite nice. Our first priority is to get this courtyard finished in time for summer, which doesn't seem to be coming at the moment. But every single day they're giving us, the weather authorities, the government weather people, are giving us high percentages of rain. It looks not too bad behind me, but there is a big black cloud over there. I'll show you that in a minute. So we're reluctant to do anything. No, Sharon's back on Monday, by the way. It's Saturday today. I'm cracking on alone at the minute, but Sunday's a day of rest and Sharon's back on Monday morning. Anyway, so we're reluctant to do anything out here because if it rains, it's going to mess up what we've done. People have suggested covering it up. We're just happy to just leave it, to be honest. It's a lot of messing about. We've got plenty of other things to be getting on with. Our retaining walls up the land there are finished. Absolutely fantastic, look absolutely stunning. Fantastic job. So we're very, very pleased about that. So what are we on anyway? A couple of videos ago we changed our plans, revised our plans. A lot of people have been asking. So I've done a little plan of the new proposed finished layout of the house, which I'll stick up on the screen now. It's not to scale. The kitchen, diner and the lounge are much bigger than they appear on the drawing. The drawing was done by an engineer when we first bought the house, so there's not a lot we can do about that. I'm not redrawing it, I don't need to, for information purposes only. So as much as we like to get on with the main part of the house, we really need to do the morning room stroke bar, because to get access to that with the wheelbarrow, there's a lot of rubble going to come out of there. But if we do other parts of the house, we're going to be taking it through nice parts of the house, so we're going to have to start there. That's the big black cloud that's currently looming over us. It does actually look quite threatening, that. As I said, we've not had any rain for 4 days now, even though it's been kind of imminent every day. But it looks like we might get a bit this afternoon. Again, they're giving 100% chance of rain. So this is the room in question, where the bread oven is, over there. That's how I knocked the wall through on the other side to give us better access to the house. The reason we need to do this room first is the corral is over there. That's all done, clean, tidy, finished, and we don't want to be barrowing buckets of rubble, wheelbarrows full of rubble through there. Out there's the courtyard. We could go that way, I suppose, but it means going up like 4 or 5 steps to get out that way. Not ideal. The passageway through, we can get through there with a barrow, or the office, which is sort of directly behind you, has still got the old original door on it, so it's pretty easy for us to get out with the rubble, with the barrow from there. So logically, it wouldn't have been our favourite choice as starting point. We need to get on with this room and get this room sorted out. At least get all the rubble and demolition out of it. This wall is underground, probably the whole of it actually, to at least to about here. Yeah, maybe even higher, thinking about it. It's very, very damp. It's got old plaster on it, we don't even know what it is. You can see where it's been patched up over the years. They've used the wrong stuff. If it had done with lime, we've been able to breathe, it will be dry. So all that's got to come off. There's a big hole in the corner there where that big gas bottle is. It goes right underground, like a big dome hole. You'll get to see it in the future. We think that's where they potentially used to store the wood for the bread oven. And the floor is just a messy concrete thing. We've got some stone slabs down to perhaps half of it. Obviously this needs to come up or have something put on top of it as well. So we're going to start in here, and just before we do that, a lot of the stuff that's in here we can put into what's going to be the office. while we do the work on here, so it's still handy. We're still keeping this, and it's still going to be sort of functional. Try and keep it as functional as possible. Of course, I need to tidy up before Sharon gets back. It's like a bomb site. I've been knocking holes in walls, drilling, smashing things up, whatever. And then get this room cleared to a certain extent into the office. There's still some bits of stuff left in the office that I need to clear out to enable us to do that. So that's going to be the first job. This is the room in question. This is the original door entrance way, absolutely rotten. I'm going to be putting a window in that. You can just, I've not got the camera at it because it flares on the lens. We've got a few bits here. Upstairs is our, remember we did the storage in that little attic room up there. Most of this will go up there. We've sorted through most of it. We've broken this back. So I'm going to carry on now and get the rest of this out of the way. Give us a clearish room in here. Huge clap of thunder. No rain though yet, and it seems to be brightening up. So this room's clear. I brought a few things through already, some gas bottles and that. There's not a lot, it should easily swallow it up. And the first thing I want to do though is get rid of all this rubbish here. The wheelbarrow's parked at the end there. We can get the light to come on, there we go. All the rubble from me, what's left over from doing the wall, so I'm going to get that out of the way first, and then it gives us a clean start. Oh cool, we're getting there. All that's going to go in there now is this thing, whatever it is, these bits along here, cat beds, cat food, some boxes, stuff came in, this as well, but I'm going to wait until Sharon gets back. I'm not allowed to touch things like that. But the rest of the stuff can stay over there, where we throw a sheet over it if and when needs be, but that's alright. But I want to get this bench, this thing knocked out. We've deliberated and toyed with it for a long time, but it's just made out of rubble really. It doesn't serve any purpose. We initially thought about turning it into a bench and putting some cushions on it, but all this plaster's got to come off anyway, I say, because it's damp, it's getting damp through, soaking up, absorbing moisture. And the space that it takes up would be super useful space for storage in here. We're considering putting the two armchairs in here, the two spare ones we've got, make a little bar area thing. Might put a little bar bit in there, we don't know, but the first thing I need to do is get this out of the way, and then we can start on the walls. Sharon's back, when she gets back she can move this, I can carry on with the walls then. So yeah, I need to find a home for this as well, the old temporary sink. Oh dear, it's all go. Oof, oh, there we go. Clear. I can't move this by myself. I can't move that. You can even see that. Moved up as far as I can. Couple of bags of cat food, that's all. Not a problem. I can move that, find a home for that in a bit. So I think in the morning I'm going to start on this. Right now I'm going for an ice cold beer. I've had enough. Right now, so before we go any further, I've been doing a bit of reading, a bit of research on these old stoves. So this is how it goes. I need to build a surrounding enclosure for it, and I'm wondering how I should do that. What's the best way to do it? Apparently, the fire goes in there at the top left. The ash falls out in there. This little drawer goes in there. Now, the way you build the box, the air passes, the hot air from the fire passes over the top of the fire. You obviously need to leave a little gap, it's already set down a bit, comes down here, then goes back under the oven and exits at the back at the bottom. So when I build or incorporate the flue opening needs to be right on the floor, and therefore the suction, the draw from the flue will pull this air evenly all around the oven, which is this bit in the middle. I mean, that's absolutely brilliant. A lot of stoves just have a fire at the side. You just light the fire and you're only heating one side of the oven, whereas this way, because I think you put a layer of blocks in right up to the oven so it can't heat it super directly from the fire. But yeah, I'm sure you'll see when I come to do it, which may be in the future, but at least I know what I'm up against now. But yeah, I really like that. Looking forward to getting it done. So I'm so eager to press on with the rest of it so we can get to that stage. But anyway, meanwhile, back in our makeshift temporary kitchen, it's caper harvest time. I've just harvested a Happy Days mug full of them, which will fit in this because that's what they were in originally. All we do with them, literally, is just stick some salt in the jar, add the capers. Oh, apart from that one, he's not got away. Get the stalks out, we don't want them. I've done a very good job of these. A couple of stalks and leaves. Just stick them in. Capers, bit of salt, etc. There's another leaf. Been a bit too hasty. The capers are in full swing actually. The bees absolutely love them. They attract quite a lot. So we don't pick them all, we let them flower quite a bit first and then just pick apart the smallest ones are the best. So that's what we try and pick, the new ones on the end, and then we'll leave them now because these will probably last us a good 12 months to keep on flowering to make the bees happy. So I'll get this done. So we did, I'll keep adding salt, keep adding capers until it's full. And they will actually reduce down probably by 25 or 30% as the moisture gets sucked out of them into the salt. Another leaf. But they keep for crikey. Well, we've got some in there that we've had for 2 years that are still absolutely fine. So there we go, fill it up. Stick the lid on, give it a shake, and that's it. Just leave them, give them a shake every so often. But yeah, there's another year out of them easily. Well, late start today, but
I'm back.
Brought the weather with you as well.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
After a month of misery.
I was up very, very early this morning. In fact, I might as well not bother going to bed. And it was absolutely freezing on the plane with the blowers going. And then I walked off the plane into this.
30 degrees,
so,
yeah.
Very, very happy to be home.
Cool. So now we can crack on. I'm going to start taking that bench thing out,
yeah.
We call it, yeah? And we can get the other stuff moved now if Sharon's there to give me a hand.
Yes.
So shall we do it?
Let's do it.
No rest for the wicked, eh? Right, so we've got this bit clear. That is for another day. It's a mission. I'm going to start dismantling this. We don't know what it's made of. I'm expecting just rubble, but rather than just smash it all to pieces and have to pick it up, I'm going to go through it tactically and save all the stones from it, because we're going to need a lot of stones in the near future for bricking up that, stoning up that window. It's going to be for the office, the door, but we're going to be using the door at the minute, so one thing at a time. Let's have a look, see what we've got here. I don't know where to start with it. I suspect it's more muck than good stuff. come back in a bit. Well, it seems like there's some big stones that I've found so far, like that one. That'll come in lovely for the opening in there. But most of it's just rubble. So, little stone, bit of marble there. Got some nice flat ones. They'll probably go down well on the floor. Yeah, we'll keep going. I think it's time to fill a wheelbarrow and make some space. You know when you wish you never started something? This one at the end has stopped us dead at our tracks. It's so deep into the ground, I can't get it to budge. So, yeah, looking at the rest of them, hopefully it's not the same all the way along. We could have a big trench in here. So I'll carry on, see if I can get it out. It's not doing it at all. It's not playing. It seemed to move. I just can't get the bar in deep enough underneath it. Let's try from that side. It's moving. Oh, come on. Yeah.
Well done.
God, look at the size of that.
Wow.
I've got nicely in the wall that under the window. Oh, another one for the pile. Whew. Carry on. Whew, we're getting some beautiful stones out of this. Unfortunately, they're just on the top. Look at that one. But they will come in nicely, I think, to make a hearth for a wood burner or something in the future. Probably could have done with them for the patio, but we've got all that now. Not to worry. Right, we've got another massive one here. This one, can't even move it. I think we're going to get more benefit from these stones, beautiful some of them, than we would have got from this if we had decided to keep it. Let's see if we can get this one out. There we go, there we go. Oh. It's going to make building that wall easier. With them bigger like this, they go up a lot quicker. There we go. Lovely. Take him over here. Right, carry on. And this is barrow number 6-ish. So I was straight back to work. She'll be back an hour or two. Well, they seem to be getting bigger. Just managed to get that one out. Well, look at the size of this one, and it's got to be that deep underground as well. It's getting underneath them to get a lever on them. It's that heavy as well. We have to consider for a minute leaving this one as a feature. Be a lot easier. But let's see if we can get it out. Well, it's lifted. It's out. All we've got to do now is move it. Right, we're halfway there. We've had enough for today, but we're going to clear some of these out of the way. They're going just in there, fortunately, so they're pretty close to where they want to be. Alfie's helping. You're not, Alfie. He's trying to get under the wheel. We put the wheelbarrow there to stop him using it as a litter tray, and he's in. If we can see him or not. Right, so I'll get these chucked in there. Oh dear. So I can pick it up. No, we'll roll it. This is actually the hall we're blocking up, and we're going to put the window in up here. So it's not far to go, fortunately. I'm just going to stack them here, ready for use. Didn't work, did it? There we go, so we can shut the door. Excellent, right, we'll get them brought through. There we go, fairly big pile of stones there. I've just brought the biggest ones in here, right next to where they want to go, because we want to get them in first when we start to block up that window, that door. Obviously I don't want to be lifting them too high if possible, but they'll go quite a long way to getting that done. Before I carry on, I want to get this moved up there where the big green tank is. We've got a water delivery coming later on. We've also got several thousand litres in our deposit that we've collected through the rain, but I still want to get the tank full, you know, so it's there ready. And we will be pumping the deposit water out over the next few days. We just need to let our purification tank drop down enough so we've got enough space to fit it in, because that's full at the minute. But yeah, we get this up there. Our tank takes 19,000 litres, the delivery truck's 21,000, so we put 19,000 in the big tank and 2 of these. We've got one, still got one in it, so we're going to use this one because it's empty. And it looks like summer's arrived as well. No more rain forecast, maybe a little bit tomorrow, but after that it looks pretty good. This is the big tank. This is one IBC that's empty ish. That's still got some in it, looks a bit scabby as well. So I'm going to bring the other one up, might move this one, put them next to each other, and easy to fill. The wagon come up, fill this, fill the other one, and then the rest can go in there. Excellent. The 2 IBCs are full, just filling the main tank now. Takes about 15-20 minutes because you've got to pump it, but yeah, excellent. Right, okay, next job on the list is to take these acros out. Hope we don't fall down. It's all pretty well gone off now, it's been off for a few days, but there's no harm in leaving it. There's one out. Look in there. There we go. Better look there. Alrighty. One more around the corner here. I've just parked him up in the courtyard because, I don't know if you saw on a video a couple of videos ago, this lintel is not doing very well. We've got a big crack in the wall, which I filled in about 4 years ago, and it's still moving because this is, well, it's not compressing very well. There's another crack just there as well, this side of it. So it is like exactly either side of the lintel, another tiny little one there. So we need to take this out and stone it up. We had 2 the same on the front of the house, on the side of the house there. They did exactly the same, the wall was sort of moving. Took it out, stoned it up, problem solved. So we need to get this done as well, yet another job on the list. The next job, get these cleared off so we can move them. Hopefully straighten them up a bit as well. Let's go find some boxes to put some of the things in. It's not going far, fortunately.
So there it is empty. Can't get some good jobs. I've only been back a day.
Amazing how much it holds as well.
Yeah, don't know whether you can actually see all along it. Everything is covered in dust. And this wall at the back of us is underground and is very, very damp at the moment because they've got some silly plaster type material on it, so it can't breathe.
It's all coming off.
And it just crumbles, and everything was just covered in it, all the stuff that was at the back of the shelves. So I've got a big clean-up operation to do. However, we're thinking we might keep this because it is really useful. It's amazing how much stuff it holds.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but obviously we need a door of some description because
a back on it.
And a back to keep that dust out, because it really is a mammoth task when you come to clean it.
And the back will keep it square as well, because
yes,
it is like the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
It's a bit wobbly.
So I think, yeah, a little project, we're going to make this into a cupboard.
Yeah.
Need to go forward.
Right, whilst Andy's cracking on with those shelves, I'm back on the courtyard at last. Does forecast rain for tomorrow, but nothing for today. We can't keep waiting. It's a beautiful day. So yeah, we just need a couple of hours to go off, that's all. So even if it did rain tonight, we should be all right. So I'll crack on. I forgot what I'm doing. It's been so long.
Love it when a plan comes together. We've actually got some doors here that came off the shutters, the French doors that we've got on the front of the house that we don't use because I made my own shutter. So these are going to be perfect. What I need to do, I'm going to take them apart, adjust the shelves down, cut it down to fit the height of these doors, and then get it all squared up with the back on it. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. Yes, this is the guilty one. There's quite a bit of work to do, but it's not going to cost us anything. Righto, so I've got my sizes worked out for my shelves and stuff. I've got a piece of old ply here. It's a funny shape. I'll get most of the back out of it. I'll have to cut an extra piece as well. I've just clamped it, marked where I want to cut it, and I'm just going to run down it with the jigsaw. I need to plug the jigsaw in. Right, I brought it in because before I put the back on I want to make sure that it is dead square. So I clamped it to my square bench, and the way to check is to measure across the corners. They should be the same, give or take a millimetre or so. So I'll check that now, it should be right. Although these are a bit bendy. Oh dear. 185 centimetres. Would you believe it? Absolutely spot on. Right, I got my back. I've got most of the back. Yeah. So I'm just going to nail him in place now, and then once he's nailed, that should hold it square. Afterwards, actually, it doesn't want to be there, it wants to be there. Super, right, I'll get the nail gun out. Righto, so I've just marked the other bit, the little bit that needs. I'm just going to cut this and then nail that on as well, and that should be super rigid. Right, so the back's done. We start these jobs, don't we? We really want to crack on with outside now the weather's turning better. So I reckon I'm gonna. I need to join these two back together now again. He's gonna sit on top of there. Something like that. What I'm going to do when the doors go on, I'm going to put bigger pieces of timber across here, thicker, so it'll take the hinges for the door. So I'm going to put 3 on each side to correspond to where the door hinges go, and then that'll make it. We've got ants in here now. Go away. To make it solid, a good solid mount for the doors, and then fix these solidly together as well. And so that's the next thing to do, get all the saws out, start ripping wood down. Okay, so they're the hinges, they just drop in like that. I'm going to put some of these a bit wider than this, up to there, so I can screw these directly in, and this will join them all together. Obviously that's got a big hole in it, but we don't want that one. So the next thing to do is cut 6 of these. I'm going to rip one down, full board down, cut 6, and then get them fixed on, and that'll join us all together.
off this first half now, so we're on to the next bit. Just done that little bit this morning. It doesn't go anywhere, you know this, said before. So on to my next mix. Oh, gotta sit down, it kills your legs. Yeah, get this next half done. There's quite a few big gaps in this bit, so I'm going to be having to find some nice coloured stones to fill in. We've got a supply over there, I don't know whether you can see them or not. I'll crack on. It's very windy, please excuse my hair.
Right, then I can actually move this now because I've got where I want them to be. I'm just going to measure the other side so that's the same, and all I'm going to do, blob of glue on each one, line my lines up, and nail them in place. So we'll start. Like so. As we know, this becomes very slippery when it's got glue on it. Great suggestion actually from some comment, one person that commented, we put salt in it, as that stops it from sliding. I haven't done, of course. I'm just going to stick a clamp on it, hold it where I want it, fire a couple of nails in top and bottom, and hopefully one in the middle, and then remove the clamp. That's it. And nail the middle ones in. I can get my nail gun in there. I've changed the nail gun for the big one, as you can probably tell. Alrighty, like that. Get one in there. One in there. Pop this off now and get the last one in there. Cool, right, I'll carry on and get the rest of them done. Right, they're all in. I'm going to TNG clad in between all of these in the future, which will make it even more strong. But for now, I can't do anything else until let these dry. Then at least we can probably move it in and start to reuse it again. Still a couple of shelves to go in, but I can't do any more until we can move it about then now and check it out. So we'll leave it till the morning.
Oof.
Oh, fabulous.
A little bit more done.
Yeah, it's coming along.
A little drop in the ocean really, but
takes time.
Every little helps.
Softly, softly, catch a monkey.
Yes.
So yes, we're going to call it a day there, aren't we?
We are.
You'll have to tune into the next one to see how this continues and see our cupboard done thing. I'm probably going to be back outside myself, I think, because as long as we can get the cupboard up so we can start to use
the
it
stuff
again.
Back.
That's all that matters. It's preparation for the future. It's going to be too hot to work outside soon, so I think we just need a big push on this again.
We need to get this done before, definitely before July. So
definitely before July.
3 weeks.
We'll enjoy it. And there's rain potentially forecast for tomorrow, but we're not super convinced. So we think we've done with it now. Summer's on its way.
Yes.
So we're going to be cracking on. So yeah, thank you.
Time for a nice cold beer.
It certainly is. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to everyone that supported the channel. We couldn't do it without you. And we'll see you on Sunday.
Sunday.